we've left this overnight to dry, but meanwhile we actually installed the spar cap over the top here. So, and as you can see, we actually cut out our aileron and we've built up the aileron. So we've glued the two pieces together, we put the front cap on, and in the book, in the manual, it says you can either use tape or hinges. So I've actually going towards hinges to hinge my ailerons. So I've marked here 1, 2, 3 hinges, and we're going to use the what we call the tape style hinge, or the cardboard hinge, instead of a proper pin hinge, just because it's a little bit lighter. So we will see how that goes. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to unpin and remove our template so we can actually glue the trailing edges onto the wing. So let's go ahead and we'll take out these pins. Take out the pins, and also we put in the dihedral brace in here. But what we also did is, probably can't see around the side here, but we did put an extra brace at the back of the dihedral brace, just in the first rib area, just for a bit of extra strength. It doesn't say that in the manual, but we thought we'd have a go at it anyway. So we'll just unpin our template. So yeah, it was quite tight getting the aileron out of the wing area, but we did put a couple of pins in there which made it a little bit easier to get him out. Alright, so I don't know if we go wing first or, well, and I've glued it. I've glued it. Alright, so let's pull out these two. I thought that might happen. We used epoxy on the end here. And like I said before, the CA glue seems to really bond. Oh, that's it. The CA glue bonds really good to this grease-proof paper. Oh, so let's get that out of the way. All right. So that is our template. So obviously this is the left-hand end of the wing. So when we flip him over, we have to make sure we remember that then we make the right hand wing. So pretty much like this, those two together. So we're just going to put him over there now. Alright, so we've still got a little bit of glue sticking him down here. It's going to wreck my bit of paper again. Okay, so there is he off. So this is our dihedral brace, which got inserted into these two ribs here. Had a channel to slide the brace in, and you can see on this side that we've capped here. And we've capped the back here just to give him a bit of extra support. So as you can see, dihedral brace backing plate, front and rear, and backing plate here. Alright, so now that our wing is free, well, and it is quite nice, and actually I'm quite, for something that's so light, it is quite, feels quite rigid. Okay, so as per the instructions, we still haven't, let's get rid of this, sorry, camera, just get rid of that. Okay, let's put the front of that. Alright, so next couple of pieces will be gluing. Oh, that fits a bit better. Yeah, but everything seems to be such a tight fit. I think I might have put a bit too much glue on the inside, which is making this a little bit proud. So it sits in nicely. This one's a little bit out as well. Yeah, yeah. So what I've learned is that it's to keep test fitting these pieces time and time again before we do any form of gluing. And that's quite nice. And as always, whenever we do something like this, it'll fit really nicely until you go to put the glue on. And as soon as we put the glue on, everything doesn't line up again. So I'm quite happy with that fit, although it is a little bit tight. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll install this, and then we'll have a look at the other side. Like I said, this is we can only keep taking small steps, which I should really be using the CA glue, which is faster drying, but for some reason I keep preferring to use the wood glue, which takes a little bit longer to dry. Okay, put him on there, and then we'll just put a little smear on the trailing edge, just so we get that edge nice and tight, because we'll have to obviously sand him later on. Let's look for a little stick. safety. Okay, so this will only be a short one. Well, this little bit will form a bigger part of the wing build, but it seems to be we can only do a couple of steps at a time till the glue dries. Okay, so let's try this again. And like I said before, for some reason, whenever you go towards the glue, and oh yeah, nice. Just going to squeeze the trailing edge here, make sure that this gets really well glued. The only thing is I've really made it hard for myself because I want to pin this down, but also we can't. Just use our little clamp. This is going to make it very hard to do the other end now that I've got this done. And I seem to have lost all my clamps on there. Alright, so go old school. Just use a little old bulldog clip in the middle. It's actually what we might do. Might change these two out for these bulldog clips, just so we can get them low. And we can have a go at the need to pin the top of that. As you can see, lots of pinning to keep everything nice as square and straight. Hopefully that'll dry nicely. And now I've run out of room, so we'll do the same here. Just trial fit the other edge here. little bit off. Let's have a look at this. Step this around. So again, I think I got carried away with the glue. It seems like a Alright. Just take a little bit off this. See, I got a bit carried away with the glue. Alright, that one fits quite okay, so we'll glue that one. A little stick again. Make sure we smoosh the glue around. Let's just fit him into place, and hopefully he goes back again, which seems to always never line up once you've applied glue. Normally everything lines up, and then you put the glue on and you can't seem to line him up again. Again, I'll just put a couple of pins in here. I don't think it'll pin too well because this is the plywood. Oh yeah, plywood end. So it's normally a little bit harder. One more on this edge. Okay, so we will let that dry And we have a look on the planage. And so we have jumped ahead. This is the servo brace, which is this little packet here, which we've already pre-prepared, which actually drops right in here. But we're going to wait till our servos are on the way and we will put that in once the servos arrive, so we can make sure we've got them the right size. Alright, so can't do any of the sheeting on the rear, and we'll probably leave it there. We'll make this really short, while this is drying. I think I'll put some more clamps on there. That one's separated there. Okay, so when this dries, we'll be back and we'll do some more.